The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
DropTop. Zaza.
Okay.
We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto.
What's up, guys? Back with another new episode of StyleBeasting podcast, and this is the good number. Well, not a good number, but this is episode 100. Insert happy noises right here. And yeah, I guess before I start the pod, I'll just say happy me for hitting 100, and thanks to all the people that have been on the episodes, like from episode 1 to 100. Like, I had a lot of guests and a lot of friends over to talk to and discuss over these past 3 years, who they are, what we are, and what we stand for, I guess. And there's a bunch of other people I didn't get a really chance to put on the podcast because I didn't have a car. Well, yeah, I didn't have a car or license at the time, so I wasn't able to get to point A to point B to be record with them because I was working 2 jobs, or they had their own lives and shit. And I wasn't able to get to them because it was rough and shit. But yeah, thanks for walking with me. Well, I still got more to discuss, but yeah, it's been a long run because I know I should have been on episode 100 probably last year, but a lot of stuff came about and a lot of stuff impeded on it. But always working, always striving for something and pushing forward, I guess. And I don't know, to be honest with you, I kind of it's weird with me. I don't mind talking to people outside of just my normalcy of people. But sometimes I don't know why I'm saying this, other people don't go through this. I don't know, it's just
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I like talking to y'all because I tell you guys stuff the same way I talk to you guys, the same way I talk to my friends and stuff, because I don't know, it's a lot more freer and a lot more understanding, I guess. Well, I don't know if you guys understand me or not, or try to at the bare minimum, or even, I don't know, because some of my takes do be off, and some of my stuff I do states do be I won't say outside the normal or outside of the boundaries of stuff, but I don't know, I try not to be so cookie cut, or is it cookie cut or cookie cutter? Cookie cut, I guess, and try to venture out and see the world, because you can't just be in your backyard the whole time. You gotta get outside your front porch and on your stoop and just go outside, see the world. Now, there's some stuff you don't want to see or don't want to do, and that's okay. Not everybody wants to see the entirety of the world and the evils and the good, but it's not. You don't want to be that guy who's just too closed off. You don't know nothing. If you feel what I'm saying. Because the world is a very big place, and you do want to get out. That's why I try to tell my family and my little cousins and my nieces and nephew, yeah, home is cool, but don't stay home. If bare minimum you go to a different state for a couple years, if you like it, live there. If not, you can always move, not to back home, but I say yeah, move to Charlotte, move to freaking Greensboro or Raleigh or Durham. Get outside your house, because I would say this, going from Moore County to Durham, you saw a lot of stuff different. The living style and the lifestyle of Durham is way more open than Moore County. So it's just even that little hour away from your home, you see more stuff, you learn different stuff. And I won't say how the world really works. I'll say how different places have different rules of the world, I would say. Because the same stuff you would do in Moore County, you wouldn't. I mean, you could do the same stuff you did in Moore County, but like the way you move and like the way you talk might differ. Because the damn is it how would you say this? Like the LGBTQ is way more open down there. Like there's a lot more gay people down there than is down here. Like down here, you may see like a few every now and again, and like the language differs too. Like down here, niggas still use the F-bomb like for like casual shit, and like really just go by like the old tale of the Bible. Like not like yes, I still treat gay people such as a person and respect them, but like other than that, they're like nah, I still don't like it. And I understand that that's your own cup of tea. That's you can't change the person's mind about what they want to. As long as the respect is still there, like you're not gonna come at me and run at me and say that drop the F-bomb. Yeah, it's cool. But I mean, I don't even know what I'm talking. Like I know how gay people think or whatever. But like, yeah, like the scene, like the gay scene is way more open in like Durham. Like, shoot, I think there was like, damn, I forgot what kind of party it was. But yeah, like I can't even think of it. Can't even think of the places in downtown Durham. Like it's really escapes me. Like I can't even think of it. Like it's really downtown. It's right near the Marriott. It's around there. It's like around there. Like I'll think of the name later. But yeah, the scene is way more open down there. It's not like in your closed off southern hotel, or if you're up north, it'd probably be different. But yeah, if the first Southerners is like super closed off. But like I don't know, I just went on a long ass tangent about accepting people of different ventures and shit. But like I was saying, yeah, venture out. I tell the people this don't stay in your backyard all the time. And I guess I really just learned that from like the years from like talking to people and like understand people. I guess that's really why I want to start a podcast anyways, because I'm not like saying I'm like the messiah of peace and like being nice and humble, because I'm human too. I make mistakes. I'm an asshole at times. But like I don't know, man. It's like not only did I want to get out the word of like, oh shit, this anime, this manga's fire, like there's sometimes like I don't know. I guess to like get a different positive view of the world, because like I don't know. I'm getting really tired of like all the negativity. I know that's gonna sound really cliche, super cookie cutter. I know it is, but like, don't you get tired of just like hearing bad shit all the time? Like I know I'm not like my podcast is not super positive all the time, but like I try to be as funny as I can, because like to escape the like the complexity of the world and like the horrors of it, I try to give like at least some kind of funny commentary on life and the stuff that I like, to give you guys, the listeners, something to enjoy. So, like I said, I'm a man of few and vastly no words at the same time. So yeah, that was a long tirade still, but at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you guys. Really, it's been a journey. These episodes have been like very far in between because of like my work schedule and like I want to say me super procrastinating, because I do have to deal with like real life situations just like everybody fucking else, and I try to keep it on a tight knit schedule. But being is just being me, and I don't have a team behind me. I don't have a team working on these episodes, not like a team base, whatever. But yeah, I don't have like a full team working on this podcast, so it's just me. So it's just me making the edits and the covers and stuff. And like, I guess you could be like, "Hey man, why don't you just do like a regular cover?" I mean, I could, but I don't know. I feel like I will low key say it'd be like a spit in the face in my journey to being a graphic designer, because the whole reason like I wanted to be a graphic designer, well, not reason, but like the whole me wanting to be a graphic designer, I guess in a sense, was because all like I was raised on like those old school mixtapes Gucci Man be on with those big ass fonts and all those shit and all those covers that were ugly as shit. Like, I was like, yeah, I would definitely want to do that. Like, I definitely want to like be one of those guys who make the covers instead, because like the covers were fire. Like, I think it was what cover I was trying to do. I think it was like what fucking cover was it? I think it was like Monster or something like that, or it was like no, it was like one of Gucci Mane's old Bird Print 3 album covers, and I was like, oh shit, I thought it'd be like the ugly fucking covers that people be hating on that says to be ugly, they're actually fire. But like I tried to remake it and it wasn't easy. Like I'm gonna let you know now, all them niggas that were like photoshopping all that shit in, those niggas were low key. They wasn't the best. I won't say they're the greatest because some of them photoshops were bad. But for like the Gucci Man ones, like the official ones, those shit took. I could tell them shits took time. Like a nigga sat there and like had to do that shit, and like you gotta take time and appreciate like the art in it. And I guess that's really why I like really started gravitating to the music part portion of it, of the art, of like the graphic design art of it, because I was just like, oh shit, this cover's fire. Oh shit, let me listen to it. And that's how I like started like diving deep into music. And I don't know, it just like coalescing in me something like I needed, like not just to make a plain Jane cover. Shout out to Gucci Man for that song. I wanted to make something that pop out, and all my covers, like I try to make it so like express the episode or somehow like correlate to the episode, I guess, and try to like make it pop. I guess if you're a YouTuber, you will understand, because the same way they do those weird YouTube like thumbnails was like, oh my god, and like the guy who's doing the videos like cooking confused next to like some weird shit next to him or some shit like that.
That's a great idea.
Take time and appreciate like the full art of it. Don't just like make a fire video and just make a random thumb, like plain Jane Google, put your logo there, insert picture. Like, no, like give the full thing your creative genius, I guess, because we all can do it. And I'm not saying like everybody's like Leonardo da Vinci or like Mozart, but like everybody has some kind of like hobby or talent in them that is an art form of some sort. So just like take time and enjoy it. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's gonna be a podcaster, which is weird that everybody wants to be one, or like fine artist or rapper or musician. Like there's other avenues to take in fine art. You just gotta find it yourself and take it, I guess. But enough of the overview of the episode of the 100 episode of the podcast. Let's go ahead and get into like the meat and potatoes.
And now our feature presentation.
And well, we should get started with the brick heard across the world. Like, so there was this black African American woman, let me not say black, African American woman who, when you saw the video, her side of her face is super swollen, like super swollen. And she gave she talked about the injury as an injury, and she said that she was out partying and got denied by somebody. He came back and hit her with a brick. Now, before I even like go like there, like this was a whole topic of Twitter for like the past week. Low-key is still the topic of discussion now, because it's like a billion people came out with a video talking about this. So I don't, because there's been a bunch of videos and other stuff about her that she's been doing years prior to this, or like other videos. But even still, getting hit by by throwing a brick at somebody because they denied you is sick on like so many reasons. Like, if the video of her slapping in the face, if the dude slapping dude in the face and walk away is true, then that brick is ridiculous, bro. I don't know. Even if she slapped you, your face didn't look as bad as she did. She looked like she was, not trying to be funny. She had a tumor in her face. That's how hard that's how big that bruise is, my nigga. I'm not even trying to be funny. This is not even trying to be funny. Like, bro, the bruise on her face looked like she had a maltusion on her fucking face. Or whatever word you use for that. Like, no, nigga, that was just a bruise. It could go away, but nigga, what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? Like, I don't like how Twitter likes to spin as in like men, like the full totality of men are sick and nasty. Because that's not all men. Even I can say when the shit that some women say about all men is wrong. With this man in particular, and I'm not speaking about other men. I'm talking about the niggas that just, if you get denied by women and you do some like shit like hit them or like pee them or like do some weird shit other than just take the L and walk away. Y'all niggas is fucking nasty. Like, I've been denied by a bunch of chicks. Just take the L and walk away, my nigga. Sometimes you gotta take the L, bro. I took in more L's and W's in talking to women. Trust and believe me. The only thing it did was just made me change my game on how I talk to women. But like, bro, I'm not gonna pick up a brick by a lady, even if she just like said, "Ew, you're nasty. You shouldn't talk to me," bro. Like, none of that was like warranted, bro. Striking her, even without the brick, just striking her in general was not warranted, my nigga. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's wild as fuck. I even have to go on this long rant for like even thinking like how crazy that shit is, bro. Like, nigga. Now, I don't know why or what other videos, because I saw a couple of videos and they're still surfacing to this day about the chick. So I don't know what's going on. But even still, I don't even know if she hit him that hard. Now, I'm not saying as a man, if you get hit by a woman, just stand there and take it. You can like, not saying like hit her, but like, just like make sure you just like catch her hands or something. But like hit her with a brick, my nigga. Like she was an op. Like if she just like jumped you by like a whole bunch of niggas and a females jumped you, then I understand. But I don't highly doubt that she hit you with enough force that made you look like the way she looks. Hiya! And like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm saying women should beat on men, or none of that sort. But like, just to get denied by a chick, you should hit them. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I told you so.
Well, and I'm only speaking to if she didn't assault him. If she was just like, if she just said, because those were the rumors that came out about that she hit him and like, or in some shit, and then he assaulted her back. But like, if the story of her saying like she just denied the dude and kept it walking, then yeah, bro, that's wild. That's wild as fuck. But off assault and battery, I had like a real shitty week this week, in particular. My hard drive to my fucking PS4 just corrupted, and like for the past like couple weeks, I thought it was like, like maybe it was just like my PS4 not reading my fucking hard drive right, but after I disconnecting my hard drive for like a week, my PS4 been running good, hasn't had no hiccups, so I think I have to reset my fucking hard drive and find somebody to help me fix it, because I'm not going to spend $60 for a hard drive and not have that shit fixed. Fuck out of here. Nope, no sir. So gotta get that fixed. Gotta get that checked out. Cause not only did I have to reset my whole entire PS4 and all my games had to reset, even if I didn't have it to reset my PS4, I have to reset my damn hard drive. So it's a double fuck you in my face. So look, it's been a bad week for my PS4. I don't know. I've had it since like almost going on 10 years. So I'm gonna keep it because like of the reason of why I got it. But other than that, man, I might have to get PS5 sometime soon.
'Cause I can't breathe.
And with more technical difficulties, somebody super shitted on this airline and made it so nobody can fly it. Like somebody posted a video and bro, it was like, if you ever been on a plane, it's like 20 seats long of paper on the ground. Like, I don't know what this nigga ate, bro. It made it so like nobody can fly because you can't fly a plane with shit on the ground. And if you clean it up, it's shit on the ground. Who's gonna clean shit up? I'm as a airplane assistant. I'm not cleaning a nigga that shitted on the floor. Fuck that nigga.
I'm not gonna be here for long.
Hell no. Land this bitch. Land this shit in Bermuda. Fuck that. You can land that bitch in the ocean right the fuck now. I swear to God, I'm not fucking doing that shit. I'm not cleaning up that shit at all. At fucking all. And I think that nigga super banned for fucking flying if airlines at all, just that particular one. Because if you were flying my shit and you shitted on my plane and you couldn't have nobody flying to point A to point B all day because you shitted, you banned for my flight. Matter of fact, he might be a no-fly nigga now. So you ain't flying no bitches out. Well, you gonna have to fly bitches out now. You can't go see the bitches. You gonna have to drive to see the hoes now in other states. So you fuck, playboy. Don't eat that much on a plane. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. Like, I never been on a plane, but those toilet seats don't look like they're very comfortable. And they're like Porta Johns, and I don't fuck with Porta Johns. And there's like how many people on the plane? So there's like how many ass cheeks on the plane? Nah, I'm good because I'm be holding my shit.
That's just prime.
But in more shitty news, the only black man in Trump's defense in that January 6th fiasco got 22 years while everybody else is out. So I think everybody else got their either bonded out, I want to say, but his shit, no pun intended, was quick and easy. 22 years, homie. And like, isn't this like, I know it's not, I'm not laughing at it. Well, I'm laughing at the situation because I don't know why you would be on Trump's side. Like, I don't know if the other white guys, because I think he was the only black guy in there in that Trump group. I don't know if the other white participants is going to get years. If they do, they should, because they're fucking criminals. And they were trying to start a coup on America and their homeland. So, wake up, wake up. Yeah, like, isn't the truth like looking very crazy to this man? Like, bro, why would you be on this nigga's side? Like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't, man. Like, at the end of the day, bro, I don't know. I can't even like say nothing too. I can't even like be the devil's advocate, bro. Like, working for that kind of like man or like being around that kind of power. Like, I know the power and money was like, oh shit, that shit's alluring, but like, I don't know, man. I think I'm growing to that age where the vision of power and money is like, even money now is just starting to be like, yes, we need money. Yes, I need it. Yes, we need it to survive. And yes, I need more of it. But like, it not to sound like one of those jackasses, but like, I don't know, man. Like, the vision of seeing all that money and power, shouldn't it like something clicked in you? Like, I'm going to fall hard one day. And when I do, it's going to hurt. Because like, if you would gotten it by, and I'm not saying like every time everybody who makes money is a good guy. Like, I'm not ignorant to the world. But like,
Open your mind!
Shouldn't you know that working for certain people that bring bad energy, I shouldn't do money with you, business with you, even though you get money. You a money getting nigga. I feel like in that situation, I'm not built for it. He probably thought he was, but he's gonna have to sit those 22 years. So, sorry, brother, you're shit out of luck, and not even. That's another pun that I didn't even want to be funny too, but it was. I guess the only other good thing that happened was the NFL's back. So, yeah, the NFL's back in full quarters. I know that was a weird drop from being money hungry to go to the NFL, but cuz got 22 years. I don't know what to tell you. Like, nigga 8 to 20, you gotta eat it. So there you goes. Pause. So yeah, NFL's back. I know that was like I said, a wild transition, but yeah, niggas is getting hit hard. Pause again. Super pause. I don't know why. That's sick and crazy. That's nasty. But yeah, a lot of the NFL is starting. So, ladies, if you hate guys talking about the NFL, you're going to have to deal with 19 weeks of niggas talking about NFL. Sorry. But, I mean, I can't say that because there's like women that like the NFL, that have NFL teams. I know a bunch of them that have NFL teams. So, I'm talking about the women who don't care about NFL at all. But, yeah, the NFL is back, and hopefully my Ravens and or Giants do something this year. I think the Giants, we just signed Saquon Barkley like recently, and I think the Ravens are locked in for who they got. But if you were a Chiefs fan this past weekend on what's that shit? Fantasy football, you were fucked. Travis Kelce, I think hurt his knee, dislocated it, I believe, and we don't know how long he's gonna be out. And I didn't get a chance to read any reports on it, but he probably won't be back if it is a dislocated or something worse. He probably won't be back for like 3 to 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and that first week without Travis showed. Well, I mean, the Chiefs didn't lose that bad. Like, I ain't gonna say they got their ass whooped, but they just lost by 1 point to the Detroit Lions. But I will say this: that boy who got intercepted, they killed that nigga. What's that nigga name? I wish I saved that bitch, cause they fucking killed that nigga. What's that nigga name? Now I gotta look at the Chiefs. Now I have to look at the Chiefs fucking squad because I don't remember this nigga name. Cladarius Tony. That nigga. Bro, they killed that nigga when he got intercepted. They fucking flamed that nigga. Like, when I tell you they flamed that nigga, they killed that nigga. Bruh, it was like so many niggas asking for that nigga job. I think it was somebody who said it was bad. It was really bad. Like, it was some like real flagrant shit niggas was saying about that nigga. But like, bro, I mean, I can't say nothing because hopefully that don't happen to us Ravens. But damn, bro, that's a bad week 1. I mean, it's not a bad week 1. It's just week 1. It's just week 1. So you got like 16 weeks. And you won last year, Patrick. So just losing by 1 ain't too bad. But it better not happen a lot, though. I'll tell you that. Basically like this. Kelsey, you guys better start winning before Kelsey gets back. I'll say that. And I'll say this too. And I don't think people is going to hear me out or pay attention. Detroit Lions might have a squad on them. Low key. And you just hearing that from me. They low key might have a squad. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, the Lions might have a team. The Broncos might be like chilling in the wait to get niggas. I want to say the Browns, maybe. Florida, Miami's definitely coming. I'll say the 49ers maybe with that new quarterback. Purdy ain't too nice. He all right, but he ain't too pretty. for a guy named Purdy. So wait, is it? Hold on, is Purdy the quarterback for the? Is it? Hold on, is it Purdy?
Shut your stupid ass.
Jared Goff. No. I don't know why I said. Hold on. I meant the 49ers. See, that's why I shouldn't do mushrooms before I record. That's why I fucked up. It is Purdy. Okay, yeah. Purdy and Sam Darnold. All right. I don't have high hopes in that damn quarterback position for them niggas. But I'll give Purdy the benefit of the doubt until I see him really perform. So I'll give him that. But it's just, I think it's just like the first game of week 1. The real games start Sunday. So yeah, we'll see how that first week goes into the second week. Hopefully that ain't a prelude to what's going to happen this whole NFL season. So hearsay that to everybody's team. I hope your teams do well. Not everybody's going to do well, but here's hoping your team goes to the playoffs, mine included. But yeah, I think that's it for like the first part of the pod. Let's get into the music. Well, there's in music, BG from Hot Boys got out after 11 years and happy to be home. Well, welcome home, BG, after those 11 years for it's being imprisoned. And Birdman, Bun B, I think literally his old crew and friends of the crew show love and welcome him back. And it's good to see that back because we don't see Birdman that often unless it's like in the music video, but seeing him like genuinely happy to have his friend out and after all these years with Manny Fresh and them too, like it felt good to have. It was good to see smiling faces of seeing your friend out, and it was a good vibe to see. Now, alongside other big news, P Diddy has give back the publishing to all his artists. And I remember this was like a big topic because I think it was Mace and like a couple other artists that was like, hey, well, no, it was actually mainly Mace, really, because Mace was like, hey, can I get my money that was owed to me for this? Either it was for his publishing or something of his first or second album, and he tried to buy it off of P Diddy, but P Diddy was like, nah. Now, if this is true that he's giving back all his publishing, that means Mace could probably get his money back, and everybody could get reinstated the money that they were missing. I won't say missing, but wasn't, and I won't say privy, wasn't able to obtain because of certain contracts. Now I think it was one artist that complained. It was like, yeah, man, this number like $300 a month, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, it's $300 a month, but like for that artist, I forgot the man's name, but I don't think I've ever heard him complain about him not getting paid for the publishing. But in my mind, you should be happy that you're getting the publishing. Shit, if you was, because let's be honest, I highly doubt PD was gonna give that publishing up. Actually, I don't even know what made him change his mind for it in the first place, but giving it back, you should be happy that it's in your hands now. Now, mind you, if you're only getting that much back, it's only because your publishing, you wasn't that good, or your contract wasn't that scrupulous for you to get that much money back, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, I would take it as a win, because knowing that not a lot of people get their publishing back, and for a man like PD to give it back, I would be like, all right, thank you. I appreciate this. You took forever, but I appreciate this. Amen. More stuff in music. Lil Tecca, Doja Cat, and Drake are dropping their albums on the same day, September 22nd. Now, God damn! Drake, well, those Billboard leaks and what other people were saying when it was supposed to drop like 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, and Drake dropped this video of like I think it was his father in a band saying the dogs will come out September 22nd. So I guess that was the confirmation that he's actually dropping it. And from what Yaya's saying, this is going to be like a really good album. So if he says it's going to be a really good album, I expect some hard shit that come out of this for all the dogs. Doja Cat's dropping her shit, and I don't know if it's going to do well because of like she's like her music videos and all the stuff she's been doing is really like divisive, and it's like most people don't like it, but some people like the artistry, and it's like, and like Doja Cat is like, I want to say Azalea Banks in her artist, like she's not caring about him, and I don't think she thinks highly of him, but he is hoping that changes. I'm not saying that she's going to completely do a 180, become a whole different person. Well, she has, because she went from like dropping Moo and being mad thick. Now she's like really petite and skinny and dropping like, I would say like, not, well, I could say like some pseudo weird music, I guess. I don't know. And like the only reason I say pseudo weird, because if you think about, and I know artists evolve and change throughout the years of their art, but it's just like you go from her album with So High on it, then you go to Moo, then you go to Streets, that was on that Pink album. I think she had her latest album. No, her album before that one, and the song, that album that she did with SZA. And I guess I could kind of see that she wants to stray away from that pop stuff, because that album was kind of popish. Her last album was kind of popish, so this one's probably gonna be more of like, I want to say, wear combat boots, baldy type music. And I'm only saying that, and I'm not saying this to be funny or be an asshole, but like I feel like this is gonna be like combat boots, bald head chicks music. And yeah, like super alternative maybe. So yeah, I can see it being super alternative. And Lil Tecca is dropping his album. Lil Tech on the 22nd too, and he grew up too. He's not the same little 16-year-old kid when he first dropped. So since he probably graduated high school, he's probably gonna like super start dropping more music, since he was still really literally still in school, like she ain't trying to graduate, so nigga couldn't really drop that much, which I appreciate, because I don't want a nigga just like drop a whole bunch of music and not focus on school, and then his music career don't go. And because he didn't focus on school, he just wanted to be a musician. He had nothing to fall back on. So I'm glad that he finished his stuff and he's about to drop more music. And I've been kind of missing his music, because after that album he dropped, I was like, maybe he's gonna come back. And it's just been like years before he was able to drop. But I commend him for dropping the same day as Drake and Doja, because like, and if he doesn't switch the date and just keeps it, that would be a whole lot more respect, because Drake and Doja Cat drop on the same day in front of you, that's gonna be mad hard to compete. But if you just want to drop good music and don't give a fuck who else is dropping, kudos to you too, man.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true.
But last in music, Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, I don't know. Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion are coming back together for a song called Bongos. And I ain't hear it, but for what the streets have been telling me, it's like people say it's good, then it's like mid or bad. So it's like one of those three. Now it's not like WAP, where it's just like, well, I won't say it's like WAP. I won't say it's WAP, because WAP was just like it was like Throat Baby. Like niggas love saying, "Oh, I got WAP." I don't think bitches gonna be walking around saying, "Oh, I got the bongos." So I highly doubt that's gonna be that good. But the visuals is still fire. So if you've seen WAP, the visuals for WAP is basically the same thing for bongos, but it just looks like a like an old fancy music video. But ass is still getting thrown around. Cardi B's using her shaking her ass to promote the video and to get you to watch it, which I support because I'm always a big fan of somebody women shaking ass is support or something. I don't know why, but and also Cardi B is also doing some scratch and sniff album vinyls, or yeah, I think she's doing some scratch and sniff, and like she was on her Instagram live, and she was like signing CDs and she was rubbing her pussy with the CDs, and like I got scratch and sniff CDs, and and boy, let me tell you, there was some sick niggas trying to buy them CDs. There was a nigga who was like, "Yo, I gotta get that CD. I got scratch." Like it was so fucking funny. Like I was dying laughing because I was like, "Is that scent gonna stay on there even after they get sent out?" But I was being like mad, horny, mad, ignorant, thinking that. But it was hella funny, because I was just like, I didn't even think she would do that, but I definitely wish I would got them CDs. But other than scratch off pussy CDs,
Very naughty.
I think that's it for music, the music portion. I'm about to get into the anime side. So I finally started Baki, the pickle fight and the father son fight of Baki, and I watched the whole pickle arc. And I think the last episode I seen is Yujiro showing his back to all the people in the public that's seeing the father son fight. Because I think from here on out it's gonna be Baki getting used as nunchucks, him getting pushed through a car, and seeing his grandfather and spiritually beating his father and flipping the table when they were eating, and like Yujiro made a invisible dinner, and Baki flipped the table on some ignorant shit. So let me go through the pickle art first. So I'm really mad how they did all my niggas in this pickle art, knowing that how dirty they gonna do them in the resurrected samurai art, which is gonna be super filthy. Like I was just looking at some chapters my man posted on Twitter. He did my niggas filthy, like nasty, filthy. Like the grout's nasty, filthy. That's how bad it was. But Retsu got his leg eaten, arm bitten off, his shoulder bitten off. Kasumi got his arm ripped off. Jack got his mouth ripped off and got hung from a tower. Baki lost, I guess. It can't. I don't know. It to me, it's still that whole Baki shouldn't have never went toe to toe with Pickle because he was already fucked up. He should have just kept on whooping his ass the way he was. But Pickle using a martial arts move to beat Baki instead of using his karate moves, I count that as a win. But Yujiro says whoever head is standing above the highest is the winner. So I guess Pickle was the unanimous winner. I guess. I fucking guess. I don't know. But getting past the Pickle fight, because at the end of the day, people who lost the fight gained something, I believe, like a different style of fighting. Because I think, Retsu became a boxer. Kasumi became a one-armed fighter, which doesn't mean much after the samurai arc because it gets another arm any fucking way. And Jack is probably just hitting steroids again. But now getting past the Pickle fight and getting to the father-son arc, that shit was it was better than let me not say better. The story of the father-son fight and how it came to be actually had me thinking. Yujiro and Baki the entire time before the fight and even during the fight are trying to be a true father-son relationship. Even with all the Yujiro coming over, talking shit to his son, and like even though Yujiro is still being Yujiro, he's being polite Yujiro, and he's like teaching Baki how to be a man, even though he hasn't taught him anything besides fighting and hatred for like all his life. So even though Yujiro is trying, well, he's still an asshole. He's trying, and I guess that was like the real underlying thing, because like Baki was like, I don't really hate my dad. I just want to know why he killed my mom, and that comes up later, which is really crazy. But even after Yujiro and Baki had like dinner and lunch at Baki's crib, Yujiro was like, "Hey man, how about I invite you to dinner?" and inviting him to like this fancy ass place, which Baki wasn't like dressed for because Baki ain't never had no money. Which Yujiro should fucking know, like, hey dad, like you see where I live. I don't have a fucking suit jacket that you can just pull off any fucking where. And even though Yujiro is an asshole, he has like an exquisite palate, which obviously he should, since he traveled around the world and he don't have to pay for shit. And the dinner was going good between Baki and Yujiro, because Yujiro was teaching him how to eat properly. The fork goes on the left or some shit. Like how like to place your utensils on the plate to signal that you're done, and the exquisities of wine, and how different wines of different foods make the palate more enjoyable. And I was like, okay, I can see that they're trying to put a flip on this, instead of it being a fight all be all murder fest like I thought it was. And like for some reason it just completely skipped to me how Yujiro and Baki were just like trying to be father and son. I guess it's because like at the end of the day, like all I want to see was the fight. And after this, it just gets Yujiro doesn't go back to like the loving father state. He just goes back to like beating niggas' asses and other things. But dinner went kind of south when Baki asked his dad, hey, why'd you kill my mom? And I was like, oh shit. Because I thought, well, obviously I read it, but I when I first read it, I thought Yujiro was going to be like, because of like reasons or some bullshit. But he was just like, nah, don't ask me that bullshit ass question. Like, why would you ask me that? And it got even worse when fucking Baki yoked his dad up. And then Yujiro like went off on this nigga. Like he spanked that nigga. Like he literally spanked that nigga, and that nigga almost flew out the window. Well, no, he flew out the window. He had to catch himself. And I think Yujiro like not DDT, but speared that nigga through the open window and on a fucking car.
Stop the cap.
And like proceeded to like fight through that whole entire fucking building. And like this is what I love about Baki too. The narrator will tell you a scenario that happened, a random ass scenario, because I think somebody fell out of a building and landed on the car and they lived. And I was like, and he like real world experiences they put in Baki to make it seem like, oh shit, not everybody dies when they fall out of a building onto a car. Some people live. And it was just like a crazy trivia fun fact, which I love about Baki, because it tells you that a lot of this stuff you can't do, but some of it you can. Not all, but some. And the fight pursues, and Baki ended up using his cockroach dash to put Yujiro through multiple walls, even though that didn't matter because Yujiro picked that nigga up and threw that nigga through a brick wall. And for the people who don't know, the cockroach tackle dash is a move that he learned from watching the cockroach and like becoming a sensei to the cockroach. I know that sounds stupid as fuck, but Baki had to like learn how to get faster by turning his body into liquid. And since roaches have like liquid in their body, they don't have a skeletal figure. There's nothing but liquid inside of them. He used the concept of like turning liquid and like blitzing through and like using like and going as fast as if a roach was human size, and how fast it would go. And I think I think the math that he did was if a roach was 6 feet tall, it'll be able to catch up to a speeding train. So 140 miles in like as a 6 feet roach, yeah. So he just basically used that math and used it in his technique, which it ends up working because I think after that he used it against Dopo in the sumo arc. So it's a useful technique. It's a weird technique to how he learned it, but it's a technique. And the last episode I seen before, because I didn't finish it, but the last episode I seen was Pickle seeing Baki and Yujiro fight and about to intervene. Now, since I already read it, I already know that Baki kicks Pickle in the jaw, breaks his tooth, and tells him to get out of here because this is my fight. And I think after Baki gets his ass whooped too at that whole fight with Yujiro, because Yujiro gets his ass whooped too. Like, Baki places him in the armbar, almost breaks his arm, and you see Yuichiro, the father of Yujiro, and basically telling Baki like, "Hey, you could beat this nigga. You ain't gotta worry about it." And I'm not gonna spoil it for the rest, even though I already did. But you guys can watch it and see how it unveils and unsues. And alongside Baki, I also caught up to One Piece. Well, no, I did catch up to One Piece, but I'll get to that next. I caught up to the One Piece live action. I only watched the first episode, and there's like 8, but like they're like an hour long. But that first episode was a great episode. Now, they cover the first chapter all the way up to them beating Helbeppo and his dad, which was that's a great first episode to cover. And I know they go as far as, I think the last episode is Arlong Park, if I'm not mistaken. But from like what I seen in the first episode, great first episode. Now, in the live action, you're going to see that the pirates don't look as cool as they do in the anime. And that makes sense. But like how some of these pirates have good teeth in the anime, in the anime, but in live action, these niggas' teeth should be like super fucked up because they should be super fucked up. So you can see that Gold Roger looks like what's that nigga name for fucking Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah, he just looks like an old Jack Sparrow. And it's like, I see. Okay. They're not going for like the clean cut. Well, yeah, they're not going for the clean cut pirates. And you in that intro scene, you see Dragon's Hood, Shanks, Young Meathawk. I don't think you see Doffy. I don't remember seeing Doffy. But before I started watching the episode, somebody posted the big members of the people that was out in the crowd before Roger got killed, and it was like a weird lady, a black woman in green. Now, and people are saying that this is Crocodile, and I can like kind of see it because like I don't think that they thought they're probably going to get to Crocodile because they were like, okay, this is probably going to do well, but we're probably not going to do another season of this. Let's just let's just see what happens. Now, if they do end up making Crocodile woman, that fight with Crocodile and that fight with Vivi when Luffy punches her in the face is going to be hella funny, hilariously funny. Now, and they're probably going to play into the whole theory that Crocodile is Luffy's mom, and I'll get to that in a second, but well, no, I'll get to it now. So, I think it was around the time when the One Piece SBS came out, and they mentioned Luffy's mom, but Oda was like, she's not important, so I'm not really gonna put her in there. And it was weird because people were like speculating who could be the mom, and like somebody made this random ass joke saying, "Hey, Crocodile's the mom," and it was like, how the fuck would Crocodile be the mom? And it's not in. I'm not saying it's possible. It's probably not true, but people could have been like, Ivanka could have saw Crocodile, turned Crocodile to a man. Oh, well, Crocodile could have been a woman, met up with Ivanka, turned him into a man, and won't be able to turn back. and nobody. But that wouldn't make any sense because I know niggas saw Crocodile before Crocodile became Crocodile. Because even Whitebeard fought Crocodile and fucking messed up and took his hand. And matter of fact, there's a fucking a backstory of how Crocodile and Whitebeard got beef. I think Crocodile liked this girl. Whitebeard took her. Crocodile fought him. I think he lost his arm in that fight. And yeah, that's why Crocodile has beef with Whitebeard. So I don't know if that theory is true. It's probably 100% not. But who knows? They might be playing into that joke. But I highly doubt they're gonna make Crocodile a woman. But yeah, that first episode was fire. Zoro was great. And I recently found out that the guy who plays Zoro played Okuyasu in the JoJo Part 4 live action movie. That was great. Kobe is the bitch of a character that he should be. Great, loved it. Alvida is way harder than she is in the manga. Inika, the guy who plays Luffy, I could tell that he watched One Piece dubbed. Only because, I'm not saying he didn't watch it sub, but I feel like he studied the dub, because if you listen to when he does the Gum Gum Pistol, the pistol sounds just like dubbed Luffy. Like, and I know that sounds weird that I'm breaking down like the words of how he pronounced it, but I swear to God, I was like, it feels like I'm watching the dubbed. Like, not saying Zoro's going to, like, if that dude who plays Zoro sounds, when he does the onigiri, sounds just like Vegeta or Piccolo, I might have to be sold. But I can tell that these guys took their time too. And I think even this little snippets I see of Sanji fighting, I think he did what's that kick he did against that fish man? Put that nigga through a fucking roof. I mean the fucking building. Like, that move he did, it was nice. And I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. Even that sword fight Zoro had first episode with that Baroque's work nigga, which Bryant told me that they added in, but it makes sense because he did fight a Baroque's member before he got captured, but it wasn't in the manga yet or in anime. But even the fights look good, and I don't know if Sanji does that kick course in this season, but hopefully he does. But other than that, before I even get to my theories on if this thing gets the second season, which I think it did get confirmed, we just had to get past the writer strike. But like I was saying, first episode spectacular. It fast paced the story in that first episode to get these three together, Nami, Zoro, and Luffy, and Kobe somewhat, but it was still, it didn't feel rushed. It felt like all those chapters that they did, it felt like a legit first episode where you could do that. And I was like, okay, this doesn't feel like choppy. This doesn't feel like they were like, didn't know how to sequence it. It looked in sequence well. And even we saw Garp more often than we did in the first couple chapters, which makes sense because you gotta like announced that Garp's his grandson, which I think they're doing. They did in the last episode, which they're not going to do in Water 7, which makes sense because, like I said, they don't know if they probably didn't know if they were going to go that super far into it, because I was having this conversation with Bryant, and like they could probably do pre-time skip. Probably, but it's going to get weird once we get to like when we start seeing like all these devil fruits pop up, like probably after Alabasta. I say after Alabasta, that's when niggas just start coming out of nowhere with devil fruits. That's when we see Nell. What's that nigga for Thriller Bark? Him and that damn chick. Kuma. Then we start seeing the Admirals, Akiji, freaking Nico Robin, Kizaru, and like Ace, Black, like the list keeps on going, and it's going to get wonky at Marineford because There's a lot. There's a lot of niggas. That's a lot of fucking niggas you gotta like show. And I don't know, because the stuff they were doing, this like I don't know if they can do that, but I have hopes they can like show the powers, because they did the Sea King well. The Sea King was amazing. Like I don't know what, like that was on some movie type shit. Like the Sea King didn't look ugly. He didn't look bad. He didn't. It looked like we were watching an actual like high budget movie, but in an episode. And I was like, okay, I like this. They even did Conqueror's Hockey pre-time skip right, because in post time, in like the 2-year time skip, you could like the Conqueror's Hockey comes out as like lightning. Well, no, it doesn't come out as lightning until Dressrosa. From pre-time skip to Fisherman Island, it was just like a rumble effect. Like I look at you like it's just like it sounds like a DJ scratching and fucking up. And they did that right, because when Shanks like did Conqueror's Hockey, you could like see the vibration in his eyes come out. So I was like, okay, you guys are these guys took this time with this, and it's really fucking shows. Now, if they do this, if they really do this, and we get One Piece the 2-year time skip, them niggas going to put so much money into this show, it's ridiculous. Like I'm not even lying to you. Like if they go to Wano, them niggas when they do Gear 5, them niggas gonna be broke. Them niggas gonna be broke. I'm so promise you. Them niggas gonna be so fucking broke when they get the fucking shit. Them niggas gonna be broke when we get to fucking Whole Cake Island. Cause how you gonna sort that? Yeah, well, no, they're gonna be broke. Oh hell, see, they're gonna be broke, bro. Post times get the 2 years after the Saboti archipelago event is gonna be ridiculous. Niggas gonna be mad, bro. But I have hopes that they can do it. I really do, because that if that one episode alone and everybody raving saying this show is great, it's not perfect, but people say this is like the best live action thing ever. I have hopes that we can do fine. If these 8 episodes Oda approved of was that damn fire, I can see us doing well for this. And still being on One Piece, watch the current episode of One Piece. Boy, let me tell you something right now. Wano ends, well, the Luffy and Kaido fight ends next week. Boy, this has been the longest and greatest arc of One Piece I've ever watched. Like, ever. Like, the animation, story, and the fights have, like, put it over the top. Over the top! Like, it's really, like, ridiculous how good this fucking shit is. Like, bruh. Like, I saw Luffy do the Boss Ray gun. Bro, that shit was, pause, like, so fucking big. Like, in the manga, it was like, okay, I see it, but like Luffy, seeing Luffy in the middle of holding the Boss Ray gun at the weirdest angle and holding Kaido's head, bruh, that shit was just too good. And Kaido doing his flaming drum drag, and I was like, this nigga, he made a flaming magma overcoat of a fire dragon over himself being a dragon. And even that is not bigger than the Boss Ring gun. And I'm like, oh God, this is about to be good. This is going to be a good final hit. And next week we get Kaido's backstory, which I don't think is going to be a full episode. I think it's going to, well, next episode is the last episode to fight. So it's probably going to be just like in the manga. We see Kaido as a kid, see Kaido as a teenager, see Kaido as like a kind of an adult, and see him now. So here's hoping that they do it right. People still gonna shit on it because it's gonna be mad fast. Probably gonna be like half of the damn episode. It shouldn't be half of the fucking episode. It really shouldn't, because it wasn't even. I don't think it was like half of the chapter when we saw Kaido's backstory. But the animators, people who write the storyboard for the new episode, the next episode, should give us a better, more. I mean, Into next week's in the last episode, we're not gonna get that in depth. So they'll try to make it as best as they possibly can, probably better than what Oda did in the manga. So we'll see how that goes. But last for anime, I saw the first 2 episodes of JJK season 2, the Shibuya event. Boy, it's about to get mad depressing. It already is depressing, but it's about to get way more depressing. Because Mekamaru died, obviously. And that's even sick, too, because he was going to tell them about the plan they had to get Gojo. So if they would have known that they were going to seal Gojo up, then the whole Shibuya event would have went completely different. But the opening of the Shibuya event, the new opening for this season, is so beautiful, man. It shows you literally everything. The deaths, the characters. It's amazing, bro. Like, excuse me. I don't even know how the fuck they're going to do the Culling game season. Like, bro. Boy, that's going to be like the greatest shit ever. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Like, this season's going to be depressing as fuck. Next season is too. But I can't even put into words how good that opening is and how good the animators did in that Mekamaru fight. And if you pay close attention, they took pieces from Evangelion, from the robot design, and Gurren Lagann, because the drill that my man's had and the scene, it was like some scenes from Gurren Lagann that I won't say copied, but they used in this fight, which, I mean, hey, it was cool. I fucked with it. I like Gurren Lagann and Neo Evangelion. I like Evangelion. Even though the story is like super confusing, super crazy, it's still a great show. And I still fuck with it. But yeah, those 2 episodes were great. And the latest episode ended with Gojo walking in, entering Shibuya, which after that episode is about to get mad sad. So here's hoping that you anime only guys is up for 2 to 3 years of depression in JJK, because it just got like JJK until next chapter have just gotten good, like gotten happy, like niggas. Gojo just won, which I'm gonna get to next, because I didn't read no other manga books besides JJK, because everything's not out or just not out. So let me go ahead and get to the manga and just talk about JJK for that portion. But before I get to JJK, I'm going to release an announcement. Berserk is back September 22nd. And Berserk had like a 2-month break, and it starts the new arc. So whatever, because I think the last chapter I was on, not on, the red was the latest one, and it was, and it was Guts and crew on the ship about to escaping the island of the witches or magical beings, I guess, because Griffin had it consumed by evil, I guess. And now they're on a boat. Guts is defeated. Casa's been kidnapped, and a whole bunch of pirates just run amok on the ship. And I think a couple of the pirates bust into the room where Gus is unconscious at. I already know by course of elimination, Gus is gonna wake up, swing the sword, kill everybody because he's mad as fuck. They're gonna calm him down, and Gus is gonna go on his journey to get Casca back, while probably mastering the armor and trying to learn more about himself not to be crazy, because he probably is like depressed, because last time I seen him, he was like super depressed that he lost Casca again, and that he couldn't beat Griffith even with him getting stronger. So just like I said like months ago, Guts is gonna have to like find another power up, because right now he can't beat Guts. He can beat Zod, but he can't beat Guts. And for the piece of resistance, JJK has finally showed us Gojo beating Sukuna, hopefully once and for all.
I'm going to kick his ass.
That nigga Gojo was getting worked and worked that nigga Sukuna. Now I'm not even gonna lie to you. When Sukuna brought in that other spirit and triple team Gojo, they cut that nigga arm off and was like blitzing that nigga. But Gojo, being like the strategist that he is, found a way to use red and blue in different ways. Cause he killed that alien looking motherfucker, not Megara, the other one that Sukuna just made up. He killed that nigga with one black flash and murked that nigga. Now Magarama, he's a little bit more dangerous. You had to like outthink that nigga and find a new way to kill that nigga in one move. Now, using blue, was it red that attracted? No, red repelled. Using blue to attract attacks that Sukuna was going to shoot at Gojo, while using red to push Magarama closer to Gojo so you can get him and Sukuna close together so you can blitz them, was immaculate. And if you read like the narrator's side notes of the story, he even said that Sukuna was like getting worried because like he never been pushed this far before. So a nigga did just push me to this point and I like low-key have to go all out, and hopefully that nigga is weak, is frightening. Because Sukuna's the strongest cursed spirit ever, and I'm losing to this nigga. I had to jump this nigga just to like stand a chance. I can't fight a nigga one-on-one. And Gojo used hollow purple, and it knew whatever city that them niggas in is gone. So like whenever they fix this whenever they beat Kenjaku and save the city, the save Japan, I don't know how bad that city's gonna look, because Gojo nuked that city with hollow purple. Like the way that they showed it, it literally looked like that motherfucking nuke just started right there. And you saw Magarama's crown get blown off. You see Sukuna burnt to a crisp, like that nigga arm gone. That nigga barely has a face. And Gojo just like completely healed back up from getting nuked by his own technique, which is crazy too. Cause I'm like, how the hell did you survive a nuke, a cursed spirit, cursed energy nuke, even though it's your own technique? Like Gojo just now entered like characters that nuke themselves to win. Now, some of the people I'm about to name didn't win. Like Vegeta nuke Majin Buu didn't win. Endeavor won when he nuked himself with that prominence burn. No, he didn't nuke him. He didn't win. No. Yeah, he did win because he beat that Nomu. There's some more characters that fucking blitz that went like exploded and try to win. Damn it, I know there's like more I can't think of. But there's been a lot of characters, well, at least 4 or 5 that nuked themselves to win a fight, or just to like put an end to the squabble. And Gojo is clear, man. Like there's no, like I have nothing negative to say about Gojo. I was like, Gojo might get worked because like Sukuna was just bringing out shit. But since Gojo fully healed, if I'm not mistaken, because he's got his arm back and his wounds have healed up, I don't know if he has that much cursed energy left, so I don't know if Kenjaku's gonna come out of nowhere and kill him. But since everybody besides Gojo is like rested up, they could come in and beat Kenjaku and keep it pushing. Now, I don't know when JJK is going on that break, so it might be, after next week's chapter, we might get that month break. And it would make sense that we get the month break after Gojo wins or some mysterious bullshit happens next chapter, because then that's when we'll like be sitting back and waiting for a whole month till JJK comes back. And even so, we can still watch the anime and get depressed watching the anime while shit goes wrong there. But that's the end of the episode, the 100th episode. Like I said, I appreciate you guys like listen to this all the way through to the 100th episode. Well, even if you didn't listen to the whole episode, you just listened sporadically, just listening, I appreciate it still nonetheless. But there's more episodes coming. I don't think I'm gonna stop no time soon, really, unless like I just some crazy shit happens, or well, no, because I'll probably still go even with all the crazy shit that happens in my life since the podcast started. But thank you guys. It's been a hell of a journey, and the journey's not over yet. That sounds super corny, but thank you guys for listening nonetheless. I appreciate it. Say la vie. Peace.
Man, I'm outside 2 times, start a fucking fight for nothing. Man, I'm outside in the street, nigga, what's up? Nigga, you bluffing. I'm tryna knock this nigga head off, give his ass concussion. Nigga ain't gon' be no one-on-one, whole gang gon' be touching. Throwing elbows, throwing punches, man, I stomp you in the gut. Nigga, if your ass get up, nigga, we gon' show you what's up. I need